gentlemen, ranked by many as pound for pound the best fighter in the world today, he is the undefeated, four-time, four-division his opponent will come to the ring as a man recognized for a decade as being pound for pound among the best in the world. 63 victories, 39 big wins by knockout, 2 defeats, 2 draws. He's the former middleweight world champion, former light heavyweight world champion, former super welterweight world champion, and now the reigning and defending, undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, damas y caballeros de Jalisco, Guadalajara, México, Canelo. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring you to the council. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome His Excellency here. I'd like to add something that fight fans really appreciate. Over the last year and a half, and we all realize one of the great things in the world of boxing is to have an undisputed world champion. His Excellency has spearheaded 6 world championship fights for the undisputed title, including this one coming up over the past year and a half. It's a fight fan's dream. Thank you very much, Excellency.
The Crown Prince, Prince Mohammed bin Salman, to the support of the Saudi Boxing Federation and GIA and Riyadh season. I want to thank my partner, Dr. Akam from Salaf. I want to thank the 2 legends, Crawford and Canelo. Finally, it's happened. And we are happy because you are happy. And now in Netflix, because of one man who's convinced me to do something like this, we have him here. Please welcome Mr. Nick Khan from TKO WWE. I have now my brother behind the stage. He will come and continue this conference. I want to thank Bella from Netflix. I give her a tough time. She must understand I am with her and I support her. Sorry to delay this conference from the 16th of May until now for technical issue, but she must understand I do this deal for her and for Nick Khan. We have at the table two big, I don't hear you, but I will continue. Two big platform with big contracts, but we prefer Netflix because Netflix is the biggest platform in the world. I am sure this is the beginning of big relationship, and I promise you to deliver more and more big fights in the future. And I need you to understand, we have at the table the most expensive boxing contract ever happened before. I will not allow the numbers, but I will leave it to the legend and the fighters. And now I will give the flag of the conference to my brother and dear friend, Dana White.
Who's got the first question? Go ahead.
Well, Canelo, Jay Martinez with Fight Hub TV. This would be a question for Canelo and Crawford. Canelo, always a big question. Why Crawford? Obviously, there's always more. There's other fights that people want for you. So
Fighters the last years. Obviously, he's a great fighter. That's why champion. And my brother Turki Alashi asking so much for this fight, so we are here. And I think it's a good fight for the fans.
I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm hunting. That's it. I'm hunting everything that we got. And I'm gonna take it.
Question for Canelo Alvarez. Canelo, your coach Eddie Reynoso, he's one of the best ever to do it. What's the biggest thing you've learned from Coach Eddie?
Could you ask again, please?
Coach Eddie Reynoso is one of the best coaches to ever do it. What have you learned from him in preparation for this fight?
Oh, I learned everything. Eddie is one of the best. He's the best trainer in the world. And he have everything. He always try to learn something new, and you know, we're gonna prepare ourselves just especially for Crawford. We know he's a great fighter, but we're ready. We're ready to do it.
And question for Terence Crawford. You and Canelo are some of the best boxers in the world and in this generation. If you win against Canelo, where would you rank yourself among the list of greatest of all time?
Win or win. I'm gonna be at the top. Facts. Win or win.
You going again? Be the first fight that I ever promote in boxing. It's incredible. It's an unbelievable experience.
On God time, you know, there's a reason why I wasn't getting those big fights, because God was preparing me for this moment right here. This is my time.
And question for Canelo. Canelo, obviously you fought some of the all-time greats. Where would this victory stack up against some of the other ones that you've earned? And where would Terence Crawford fall within your resume? How do you feel?
Oh, I feel great. You know, it's gonna be one of my best victories in my career. Obviously, he's a great fighter. He's a legend. But you know, it's gonna be good for my books.
Go ahead, sir.
Dana, you followed boxing so closely for decades. What is it about what Turkey was doing that brought you to...
Turkey's been able to make fights that nobody could ever make, including this one. I mean, this is a once-in-a-lifetime fight. This is a fight that people would have been talking about 10 years from now, wishing that it happened. It wouldn't have happened without him. And obviously the Crown Prince, it's amazing what these guys are doing.
And for Canelo, with the kind of synergy with WWE and Nick Khan, building a relationship with him, is there a chance we see some cross-promotional appearances in WWE?
We're talking about it. Maybe you will see me in the WWE some point.
Go ahead.
Brian Shepard for Death Pen Media. My question is for Terrence Crawford. But when you were here in New York leading into the Errol Spence fight, you said, I can assure you, you're going to walk away and say, Terrence Crawford is special. You're going to mark me down as one of the greatest of all time. When you visualize this fight and when people walk away, what do you want them to say?
Well, I want all the people in the stands that booed me, they're going to cry when they go home.
Means for crying.
Love it. I feel very blessed to be here. Thanks, Shake Turkey and both fighters up here. It's going to be a great night, historic night of fighting.
Thank you, Turkey, and thank you guys. One fight
for Canelo. But once it gets close to that time, you know what I mean, it's time to go to work. You know? And when we go to work, I know what comes after that.
You hear that? You know, we are professionals, and when we step in the ring, it's gonna be different.
Go ahead, sir.
Canelo en español para toda la gente que está aquí que habla español. Platícanos qué se siente y cuál va a ser lo más difícil de enfrentar a Crawford and later for Crawford. What do you feel that you need to go up 2 divisions for this fight?
Hold on before you answer. Go ahead, translate.
For all these people here from the Spanish crowd, how difficult is this for the preparation? What do you expect?
No, obviamente Crawford es un gran peleador, por eso está aquí ahora como mi oponente, pero lo que sabemos hacer, entrenar al 100%, enfocarnos en Crawford y ganar y que sea un gran triunfo para México.
Obviously, Terrence Crawford is a great fighter. That's the reason why he's fighting me. That's the reason why we're facing each other. But that's what we do. What we got to do. What we always do. He's 100, go to 100%, always training, and it's going to be a great triumph for Mexico.
Go ahead. Who's next? Nobody else? Is that it?
All right, so I know you guys are excited about this fight, but I don't think you understand what a big deal it is. This is a perfect storm, First of all, Turkey Al-Sheikh. We're lucky he happens to be a boxing fan. None of this happens if he doesn't happen to be a boxing fan. It's just none of us are here. Nick Khan, best in the business. Dana White is the greatest combat sports promoter of my lifetime. And it's his first ever boxing promotion. So that's who's behind what you're gonna see. Do you know who's the best pound for pound fighter in the world? The most recent one. Bud Crawford. Apologies to the monster and Usyk. Bud Crawford has my vote for best pound for pound. Who was the best pound for pound before Bud? Canelo Alvarez, universally recognized that way. But it's not just these two guys, the last 2 best pound for pound fighters in the world. There haven't been that many. Before Canelo, who do you have? Before Canelo, Floyd or Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather. Before you could take the lineage back. There've only been, 25 or 30 fighters who ever lived who you said that's the best pound for pound fighter in the world. These are 2 of them, the last 2. And they're gonna fight in Las Vegas on September 13th. Canelo is 62-2 with 2 draws, 62-2. So was Marvin Hagler when Sugar Ray Leonard moved up to fight him, and they produced one of the biggest spectacles in the history of boxing. This fight is a perfect storm. I could not be more excited to be a part of it. Now, guys, I'm gonna ask you guys some questions if you don't mind. But I'm gonna start with you. Why are you jumping up and skipping a division? You just got to junior middleweight. You were given the best fight of your career at junior middleweight by Madrimov. And now you're, who? Someone gave you a tougher fight than Madrimov?
Listen, y'all thought that was a tough fight, man. Woo.
Well, you've been beating the hell out of most guys you've ever fought. He gave you a good fight. Now you're skipping middleweight. No rehydration clause, nothing like that, to move up to fight a guy who has dominated that weight class for a decade, or weight classes for a decade. Why do it this way?
Why not? I always say, why not? You know, all the greats do things that people think that's impossible. You know, so within myself, I have the confidence, the skills. I got all the tools to beat Canelo. So why not?
Canelo, you are right now El Gran Campeón Mexico, right? Like, you are the guy. And Mexico has produced some of the greatest champions in boxing history, including Julio Cesar Chavez, Salvador Sanchez, and on and on. If you beat Terence Crawford in this fight, or is it on the line the greatest champion in the history of Mexico? Is that on the line in this fight?
You know what? I don't know. Let's see when I retire where I'm gonna be in the list. But for sure, I will beat Terence Crawford, no matter what. I don't look in like I'm gonna be the greatest Mexican ever. I don't say that. I think my numbers is gonna talk when I retire.
For someone who hasn't been during that September weekend to Vegas for a Canelo fight, why should they come out for this one?
You know, it's gonna be one of the greatest fighters ever, for sure. And that night is very special. All around this fight is special, and I think they don't wanna miss this fight.
You early on as a counterpuncher. You used to go to the ropes, and these guys, when you were a teenager, and these grown men would come at you and you'd box the hell out of them and knock them out. But recently, the last bunch of years, guys have been running from you and you've had to chase them. What are you prepared to do against Terence Crawford? How do you think he's going to fight you?
Everything. I don't know. I don't know what fight he's gonna make, but you know, I'm gonna prepare myself for every style he brings. I hope he brings a good style to make a good fight for the people. That's what I want. If not, I'm gonna do my best to win in every way.
You hear when he says make a good fight for the people, Terence. He's saying he hopes you don't run. And Turkey has a knockout bonus in this fight. And there seems to be something out there like the way for you to win this fight is to move, move, move. Is that true?
Listen.
Turkey, you need to put a small ring. The smaller ring in the...
Hey, man. Hey. The only running that I'm gonna be doing is running upside his head. Not gonna show you. Facts. And he got a big head too.
Canelo, I mentioned Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler earlier. Hagler also fought a great lightweight champion before he fought Sugar Ray, Roberto Duran. They fought in close for 15 rounds, and it was a close fight. Do you think he can do that? Do you think he can bring it to you?
We'll see. We need to try, right? To see what is gonna happen, but for sure, it's gonna be different, way different.
All right. All I can tell you is it is the perfect storm of a fight. The fights like this, I know Dana said it's once in a lifetime. Legitimately, a fight like this comes around once every decade or so. By the way, Muhammad Ali fought Leon Spinks in 1978. 90 million people watched the fight live on ABC because back then it was broadcast in primetime by a huge platform. Nothing has come close since then, nothing. Even if you say Mayweather-Pacquiao, they did 4 million pay-per-views, incredible. Even if 5 people per set are watching, it's 20 million people. But this platform, Netflix, they showed you not long ago with a fight that was not like this, 100 million people watching. This will be, it's safe to say, the most watched prize fight, more eyeballs on it than any fight in almost 50 years, in almost half a century. So I would say that it is a once-in-a-lifetime fight, except Turkey, I'm sure that there will be more like it in the not-too-distant future. You keep making all the fights. Right. September 13th, Las Vegas, Nevada. I cannot wait for this one. By the way, live on Netflix, if you have Netflix, which everyone does, you don't have to, you know, there's nothing, it's not pay-per-view, you don't have, that's it, you got it already. 300 million plus people. And now, before we get out of here, Dana, you're gonna face the fighters off.